Wonka, the new movie out on the big screen. Let's talk about it. Okay, so Wonka, the original story, the one that tells you the origin of Willy Wonka, how he became this chocolatier that created the greatest fa- candy chocolate factory of all time. Chocolate rivers, you know, an environment that you can eat, gum that never ends. Just these crazy inventions. Well, this is the origin story. This is how we see how he built his empire, how he got actually invested into chocolate, why he does it, and why and how everything comes about with the whole chocolatier mafia and everything involved in it. Now, this movie to me, I was excited for. I was excited for it because Wonka is just one of those characters that I've always had intriguing aspects about. I really wanted to dive into the psyche of Willy Wonka because when you see him in the old classic one and then obviously the new Johnny Depp one, Willy Wonka's this character that is very wacky, very out there, completely different from what we normally see, and he's someone that's full of imagination and creativity, and he has this backstory that we never really got to dive into. So I was always intrigued about it. I always wanted to see what could he do? Like, how did everything come about? Why is he so wacky and full of life and full of all this, creativity and imagination? That's what this movie does, and it does it really, really well. Now, it does have a very musical aspect to it. It very much goes along. It's sort of like half and half. Half of it feels like a musical, and then half of it doesn't feel like a musical. But I feel like the balance is right. When it needs that song, it impacts it, and it gives you that old classic feel of the old Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It's like it gives you that feel. It feels like you're being transported to that sort of environment. So you get the feel, the nostalgia behind it with the musical numbers in that. But also, it's not the same. You know what I mean? It's hard to explain, but you get there and it's just like when those music, especially the one at the end, it's just like as soon as you hear that song, you're just like, yeah, I know this. This just hits me. This hits my childhood. This brings it up. Now, the movie itself, I really enjoyed. Dude, it's the color is so vibrant. It's so beautiful. It's so out there. That is just so much fun. This movie, you have a lot of fun with, and I had a lot of fun with it. Like the different colors coming out on the screen. It's gorgeous to watch. Like this is a really good looking film. It's shot beautifully. I love the cinematography. I love the vibrant colors when Wonka is on screen with his chocolates, being all this vibrant, wacky. I feel like that sums up him. These different colors, being this wacky character up against like this dark background that's full of snow, it just it works. It works so well and it just pops out. The creativity is outstanding. The imagination is outstanding to create these environments. Just so good. Now, the character of Wonka himself, Willy Wonka, I really enjoyed the character arc. I really did. To see why he wanted to become a chocolatier, what made him become this person that was so obsessed with making chocolate. And it's this really tragic backstory that just elevates the character to another level. And it comes around full circle when you get to that final, moment when he has this chocolate in his hand. It's just this wholesome moment that just makes you see this character to his full potential. Like why he did it, everything he's learned along the way, and it's just a beautiful character arc. It really is. And Timothy does a fantastic job at portraying Willy Wonka. I bought into him straight away. As soon as he was on screen and the first bit come about, I was like, yo, I am watching Willy Wonka. Like, this is Willy Wonka to me. And Timothy brings that out. Now, the supporting cast as well, the supporting cast is great. The characters are great as well. Especially the little girl that we see in the trailer. She is a major focal point here. And, man, like her name's Noodles, and her and Willy Wonka's relationship was so great, and just how the chemistry was there, and just the character arcs that they both went upon and how they helped each other were fantastic. I really, really enjoyed it, and every time they were on screen, it just felt like joy. It did. It just felt like joy. You know, as for the villains themselves, the chocolatier mafia, you know, they serve their purpose for the film. They're not anything like deep or anything like that. Like, they do try to do one with Slugworth. They try to make this like intricate backstory to him that kind of makes him feel very much of like a villain, and it works. And you're kind of like, okay, this guy's a bit of a, you know, an ass. He needs to go. He needs to get out of here. So you hate him, but their elaborate plan. I get what they were trying to do with the villains. They're not really flushed out that much, but they're there to serve a purpose, and they serve that purpose, and that's what they do. I mean, their whole elaborate like plan where they hold all that troll and everything like that is pretty unique and something that I never would have thought about. But you know, they're just there. They're just there. So I have no problems with them, but also they're not like, you know, anything outstanding. But there is these two characters that you do meet very early on in the film as well, and there's a scene involving wearing a German attire. Let's just say that, and it's hilarious. It's hilarious. This film does have some good comedy, and that scene was actually quite funny. I really enjoyed that scene. I thought it was hilarious. The performances were great. The actual timing, the comedic timing throughout the film, I actually found to be quite funny at times as well. I was like, it's not like funny, but it's like you get a chuckle out of it. You're like, oh, that's pretty funny. So it's, to me, Wonka is just a good time. I just had a really good time. Like, you know, the musical numbers were great as well. I thought they were performed really well. You know, there's this one moment in his store that is pretty like upbeat, and you kind of like want to get out of your seat and dance. But overall, man, Wonka's just a good fun time, man. I really, it's something I would watch again. I would watch it again, and I don't think it's going to be anywhere near my top 10. No, it's not going to be anywhere near there. But hey, man, it's a solid film, man. It's just, I think you will have a fun time. I think families are going to enjoy it. There's a lot to love about this film and a lot to like. And yeah, just overall, I had a good time with it. So let me know what you guys thought. If you guys have seen Wonka, smash it down in the comment section below. What did you guys all think of Wonka? Maybe you didn't enjoy it. Let me know down in the comment section below. Smash that like button, click subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.